Next question. Find a vector. Good evening, all of you. Find a vector whose length is 7, which is perpendicular to each of the vectors A vector is equal to 2i cap minus 3j cap plus 6k cap, and B vector is equal to I cap plus j cap minus k cap. We have to find a vector whose length is 7. Yeah, all of you, good evening. We have done similar question. Find a unit vector perpendicular to both the vectors. Here, what is the specialty? Here, the vector is having magnitude 7. So, what is n cap? You know, A vector cross B vector divided by magnitude of A vector cross B vector. But here, what we have to find out? 7 n cap, whose length is 7. So, 7 n cap is equal to what? 7 into A vector cross B vector divided by magnitude of A vector cross B vector. So, first of all, you should find out A vector cross B vector. What is A vector cross B vector? I cap, j cap, k cap. Then what is the first letter coefficient? 2, minus 3, 6. B, 1, 1, minus 1. That is equal to I cap into, just remove the row and column which contains I cap. So, minus 3, 6, 1, minus 1, minus j cap into 2, 6, 1, minus 1. Then plus k cap into 2, minus 3, 1, 1. So, that is equal to I cap into 3 minus 6 minus j cap into minus 2 minus 6 plus k cap into 2 minus minus 3, so 2 plus 3. So what is that? Minus 3 I cap plus 8 j cap plus 5 k cap. That is A vector cross B vector. Now what is magnitude of A vector cross B vector? Root of minus 3 square plus 8 square plus 5 square. So root of 9 plus 64 plus 25. If you solve that, you will get root 98, which can be written as 7 root 2. Root 98 means what? 98 to 2 is what? 49. 49, 7, 7. That means what? 98 can be written as what? 7 root 2. We have studied in smaller classes. Now, what is 7 n cap? So, what is the answer? 7 into, what is A vector cross B vector? 3i cap, sorry, minus 3i cap plus 8j cap plus 5k cap divided by, what is the magnitude of A vector cross B vector? 7 root 2. So, 7, 7 gone. So, what is the answer? 7 n cap? 1 by root 2 into minus 3i cap plus 8j cap plus 5k cap. This will be the answer. Doubt na? Note cheyo. Makkale doubt na? ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? നോട്ട് ചെയ്തെല്ലാവരും? നമ്മൾ വെക്ടർ അനാലിസിസ് ഇതോടുകൂടി കഴിഞ്ഞു കേട്ടോ. ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക, നമ്മുടെ ചാപ്റ്റർ മോഷന്റെ പ്ലെയിൻ ആണ്. അതിൽ സ്കേലാർ ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി, വാട്ട് ഈസ് മൈ സ്കേലാർ ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി, വാട്ട് ഈസ് മൈ വെക്ടർ ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി വി ഹാവ് ഡൺ. If a quantity to be called as a vector quantity, it should follow triangular law of vector addition and parallelogram law of vector addition. Now, what is triangular law of vector addition, parallelogram law of vector addition? I have not explained. So, let's see triangular law of vector addition. Triangular law of vector addition. If two vectors are represented both in magnitude and direction, by two sides of a triangle taken in the same order, then their resultant will be the closing side or third side of the triangle taken in opposite order. So I will explain. Suppose this is a vector and we have to add b vector. See, now these two vectors are at an angle. So we are using triangular law of vector addition when vectors are inclined at an angle. Vectors are not in same direction, not in opposite direction. Vectors are inclined at an angle means what? Vectors ചെരിഞ്ഞിരിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ. Then what will be the resultant? See, I am representing these two vectors by the two sides of a triangle taken in same order. Why same order? Because tail of one connects to the head of the other. Then the resultant will be what? The third side, that is the closing side of the triangle, but taken in opposite order. Why I am saying opposite order? Because two heads are coming. Here same order. Two vectors are represented by two adjacent sides, two sides of a triangle. Taken in same order means what? One vector head is connected to the other vector tail. But the resultant is what? Third side of the triangle taken in opposite order because two heads are joining. So it is called what? Opposite order. This is what? Triangular law of vector addition. മനസ്സിലായോ? രണ്ട് വെക്ടേഴ്സിനെ ആഡ് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ രണ്ട് വെക്ടേഴ്സ് ചെരിഞ്ഞിരിക്കാന്ന് നോക്കി. ആ രണ്ട് വെക്ടറിനെ ഒരു ട്രയാങ്കിളുടെ രണ്ട് അഡ്ജസന്റ് സൈഡ്സിൽ റെപ്രസെന്റ് ചെയ്യുക. പക്ഷെ എന്ത് ശ്രദ്ധിക്കണം? ടേക്കൺ ഇൻ എന്ത് ഓർഡർ? സെയിം ഓർഡർ. ഒരാളുടെ തലയിൽ മറ്റേ ആളുടെ വാല്. Then resultant will be what? Closing side or third side of the triangle taken in what order? Opposite order. And the opposite order എന്ന് പറയണേ, ഇപ്പൊ a vector, suppose this is a vector, this is b vector, then it is same order. And suppose this is a vector plus b vector, then it is the same order. Why? Because head of this start from the tail of this resultant start from the head of the other. But when you see the triangular law, it is exact opposite. Why? Because two heads are joining. So it is what order? Taken in the opposite order. Any doubt? മക്കളെ മനസ്സിലായോ? ട്രയാങ്കുലർ ലോ ഓഫ് ട്രഡീഷൻ മനസ്സിലായോ? ഓണപ്പരീക്ഷയ്ക്ക് ഉണ്ടാവും. എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ട്രയാങ്കുലർ ലോ ഓഫ് വെക്ടർ അഡീഷൻ, അത് ഓണപരീക്ഷയ്ക്ക് ഉണ്ടാവും, ഇമ്പോർട്ടന്റ് ആണ്, നോട്ട് ചെയ്യണം. ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടാ? റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്യണം. ആ ടേക്കൺ ഇൻ സെയിം ഓർഡർ പലരും എഴുതാൻ മറക്കൂട്ടോ. കഴിഞ്ഞോ? നോട്ട് ചെയ്താ? ഇമ്പോർട്ടന്റ് ആണ്. ട്രയാങ്കുലർ ലോ ഓഫ് വെക്ടർ അഡീഷൻ ഇമ്പോർട്ടന്റ് ആണ്, പരീക്ഷകൾക്ക് ചോദിക്കുന്ന ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആണ്. ട്രയാങ്കുലർ ലോ ഓഫ് വെക്ടർ അഡീഷൻ എല്ലാവരും നോട്ട് ചെയ്തു. അടുത്താണ് പാരലലോഗ്രാം ലോ ഓഫ് വെക്ടർ അഡീഷൻ. പാരലലോഗ്രാം ലോ ഓഫ് വെക്ടർ അഡീഷൻ. How to do parallelogram law of vector addition? Let's see. If two vectors are represented by both in magnitude and in direction, both in magnitude and in direction, by the two adjacent side of a parallelogram, drawn from a common point, then the resultant would be the diagonal of parallelogram, drawn from the same common point, diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same common point. Let's see. This is A vector, this is B vector. See, A vector and B vector are represented by two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from this common point. From this common point, I have drawn this, represented these vectors. Then what will be the resultant diagonal of the parallelogram? That is also drawn from the same common point. So this is what parallelogram law of vector addition. Important ആണ്, പരീക്ഷകൾക്ക് ചോദിക്കും, സ്കൂൾ എക്സാമുകൾക്ക് എപ്പോഴും ചോദിക്കുന്ന ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആണ്. നോട്ട് ചെയ്താ? പാരലലോഗ്രാം ലോ ഓഫ് വെക്ടർ അഡീഷൻ. All of you noted? Next, I think I have already explained unit vector of a vector. Unit vector of a given vector is a vector having unit magnitude and direction is in the direction of given vector. Direction is in the direction of given vector. So let's see. A vector is equal to what? How we are getting A vector? Magnitude of A vector into A cap. What is this A cap? Unit vector of A vector. So how to get unit vector of A vector? A cap is equal to A vector divided by magnitude of A vector. What is magnitude of A vector? A. So what is A cap? A vector divided by A. So unit vector is a ratio of given vector to magnitude of given vector. Ratio of given vector to magnitude of that vector will give what? Unit vector. A vector divided by its magnitude will give what? Unit vector. What is the magnitude of unit vector? You can expect a question. One word. What is the magnitude of unit vector? What is the magnitude of unit vector? Answer is what? Unity. That is 1. Note here. കഴിഞ്ഞോ? നോട്ട് ചെയ്താ? എല്ലാവരും നോട്ട് ചെയ്തില്ലേ? നോട്ട് ചെയ്താ? ഇത് നോട്ട് ചെയ്താ? യൂണിറ്റ് വെക്ടർ നോട്ട് ചെയ്താ? ഇതൊക്കെ മാത്സിലും പഠിക്കാനുണ്ട്. സെയിം തിങ് ഹാവ് ടു സ്റ്റഡി ഇൻ മാത്സ് ഓൾസോ. നോട്ട് ചെയ്തു. ഓക്കെ, അടുത്തത് സീറോ വെക്ടർ or null vector. Zero vector is a vector having zero magnitude and an arbitrary direction and an arbitrary എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഏതെങ്കിലും any direction arbitrary direction represented by zero vector. See, I came by car. My car is parked over there. So what is the velocity of my car? It is not zero, it is zero vector. Examples of zero vector. First one, the position vector of an object at the origin is zero vector. Position vector of an object at the origin. If an object is at the origin means what? At this position, then it is zero vector. Next, the velocity of an object at rest is zero vector. Velocity of an object at rest is zero vector. Third one, the acceleration of an object moving with the uniform velocity is zero vector. Uniform velocity is zero vector. If a body moves with the uniform velocity, its acceleration will be what? Zero vector or null vector. Zero vector സാധാരണ സ്കൂൾ എക്സാമുകൾക്ക് കാണാറുള്ള ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആണ്. Done. Please note it down. Zero vector. Noted. Next, analytical treatment of parallelogram law of vector addition. Parallelogram law of vector addition. Analytical treatment of parallelogram law of vector addition. That is the next topic. Now let's see. OA vector. This is B vector. This is O. This point is P. This is Q. This is R. This is angle theta. This is also angle. Angle between A vector and B vector is theta. Angle between resultant vector. Angle between resultant vector and A vector is alpha. This is PNS. Now, from figure, now let me explain the figure. OP is A vector, OQ is B vector, OS is the resultant. There is another right angle triangle here, PNS. So from figure, triangle PNS, what is sine theta? Oppo by hypo. What is oppo? SN. What is hypo? PS. So SN is equal to what? PS sine theta. Now what is cos theta? Adjacent side by hypo. What is adjacent? Hypo cos theta. Sorry, not adjacent. Cos theta is equal to what? Adjacent is what? Pn by hypotenuse is what? PS. So Pn is equal to what? PS cos theta. So whenever I see Pn, I can write PS cos theta. Now, OS square is equal to what is the formula? OS square is equal to ON square plus SN square. What is OS? Resultant R. So R square equal to ON square. Instead of ON square, I can write OP plus PN the whole square plus SN square. So that is equal to OP square plus 2 ON is what? ON bigger length is equal to OP plus PN. So OP square, A plus B whole square is what? Plus 2 OP PN plus PN square plus SN square. Any doubt? Now in triangle PNS, PS square equal to what? Hypotenuse is equal to what? PN square plus SN square. So R square equal to OP square plus 2 OP PN plus PS square. PN square plus SN square equal to what? PS square. Any doubt? Now in this equation, I already know that Pn is equal to what? PS cos theta. So R square equal to, what is OP? OP is what? A. Okay, let me write that. OP equal to A. Pn is equal to what? PS cos theta. PS equal to B. So Pn is equal to B cos theta. PS square equal to what? B square. So the equation becomes R square equal to A square plus 2ab cos theta plus b square. So r equal to root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. This is the equation for resultant. Now, if resultant r vector makes an angle alpha with a vector, then if resultant r vector makes an angle alpha with a vector, what is tan alpha? Oppo by adjacent. Opposite is what? Sn. Adjacent side is what? On. If you take the bigger triangle, tan alpha, consider triangle, bigger triangle, ONS. ONS. Tan alpha equal to what? Opposite Sn by adjacent side is what? On. Sn divided by, instead of On, I should write what? OP plus Pn. So tan alpha is equal to, what is Sn? We have already seen that Sn is what? Ps sin theta. What is OP? OP is what? A plus Pn is what? Ps cos theta. So instead of Ps, I am writing B sin theta. Instead of Ps, I am writing B cos theta. So what is tan alpha? B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta. That is tan alpha. Tan alpha equal to B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta. Very important. Doubt now? മക്കളെ ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? ഇത് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആണ് കേട്ടോ. അനാലിറ്റിക്കൽ ട്രീറ്റ്മെന്റ് ഓഫ് പാരലോഗ്രാം ലോ ഓഫ് ട്രഡീഷൻ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആണ്. കഴിഞ്ഞ എല്ലാവരെയും കഴിഞ്ഞ നമുക്കിനി പ്രോബ്ലം ചെയ്യാം. നോട്ട് ചെയ്ത എല്ലാവരും? നോട്ട് ചെയ്താ? അടുത്ത ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ നോക്കട്ടോ. A person walks 3 kilometers north, then turns right and walks another 4 kilometers. Find his displacement. Also find the total distance traveled. Sadhya, it's a direction based question. Whenever you get a direction based question, always remember west, east, north, south. Now what happens? A person walks 3 kilometers towards the north side. So the person walks 3 kilometers to the north side, then turns right and walks another 4 kilometers. So he turns right and walks 4 kilometers. Find his displacement. Displacement will be what? Shortest path. What will be the shortest path here? This will be the shortest path, displacement. Displacement is equal to what? Root of 3 square plus 4 square. So root 9 plus 16. So root 25. So displacement is equal to what? 5 meter. Also find the total distance. Distance will be what? 7 kilometer. Is it meter or kilometer? Kilometer. So 5 kilometer displacement. Distance will be what? Distance 7 kilometer. And what will be his direction? He is at this direction. This direction will be what? Northeast. He will be in the northeast direction. Doubt now? All is direction northeast direction. Doubt now? Note ചെയ്താ? കഴിഞ്ഞില്ലേ? അടുത്ത ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ വളരെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു പ്രോബ്ലം ആണ് കേട്ടോ. വളരെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു പ്രോബ്ലം ആണ്. ഓക്കെ, ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ എഴുതാം. അത് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആയ കാരണം ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ എഴുതുന്നുണ്ട്. ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ രണ്ട് രീതിയിൽ ചോദിക്കാം. ഈ റിസൾട്ടന്റ് ഓഫ് two equal forces is equal to one of the forces what will be the angle between the forces. Same question can be okay, that first of all I will do this. So what is equation for resultant force? Root of f1 square. First force be f1, second force be f2 plus 2 f1 f2 cos theta. This is equation for resultant force. So if you square, this is equation 1. So here, not equation 1. Here it is given that equal forces, that means what? F1 equal to F2. F1 equal to what? F2. The resultant I am writing as R. Resultant equal force means what? F1 equal to F2 equal to F. Resultant is also equal to one of the force. So instead of resultant also I am writing F. See, this is confusing for some of you. Resultant of two equal forces means what? F1 equal to F2 equal to F. Resultant is equal to one of the forces. So resultant is also what? F. So I can write, instead of R I can writing F. F1 square F square plus F square plus 2 FF cos theta. Any doubt? So F is equal to root of 2F square plus 2F square cos theta. So F is equal to root of, if you take 2F square common, 2F square into 1 plus cos theta. Now if you square this is equation 1. On squaring equation 1, F square equal to what? 2F square into 1 plus cos theta. Now you can cancel F square both sides. So 1 equal to 2 into 1 plus cos theta. So what happened? 1 by 2 is equal to 1 plus cos theta. That means cos theta equal to what? 1 by 2 minus 1. That is cos theta equal to what? Minus half. So theta equal to what? Cos inverse minus half. Cos in the ഏത് angle ആണ് minus half answer വരണേന്ന്? Answer 120 degree ആണ്. Cos in the ഏത് angle ആണ് minus half വരണേ? 120 degree. സെയിം ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ വേറൊരു രീതിയിൽ ചോദിച്ചു. ഇതൊക്കെ പഠിപ്പിച്ചു വിട്ടപ്പോൾ ഒരു കൊല്ലം ഇങ്ങനെ ചോദിച്ചേ. ഇഫ് റിസൾട്ടന്റ് ഓഫ് ടു ഈക്വൽ വെക്ടേഴ്സ്, ഇത് എപ്പോഴും ചോദിക്കൂട്ടെ ഈ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ, ഈക്വൽ വെക്ടേഴ്സ് ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു വൺ ഓഫ് ദ വെക്ടേഴ്സ് what will be the angle between the vectors? What will be the angle between vectors? What will be the angle between vectors? Now let's see. R equal to root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Now what is the specialty here? A equal to b, resultant is also equal to R. So instead of A, you can write either B or R resultant, because all are equal. So I am writing A equal to root of A square. Instead of B square, I am writing again A square. Instead of R, I am writing A, because all are equal. So 2AA cos theta. So resultant A is equal to what? Root of 2A square plus 2a square cos theta. So IA is equal to root of, if you take 2a square outside, 1 plus cos theta. Let this be equation 1. On squaring equation 1, we get what we get? A square equal to 2a square into 1 plus cos theta. So a square gets cancelled. So 1 equal to 2 into 1 plus cos theta. So 1 by 2 is equal to what? 1 plus cos theta. So cos theta equal to what? 1 by 2 minus 1. So cos theta equal to what? Minus 1 by 2. Or theta equal to what? Cos inverse minus 1 by 2. Cos inverse minus 1 by 2. What is cos inverse 1 by 2? 120 degree. See, it's a very, 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 very important problem. No data, no data, no data. No data. കഴിഞ്ഞല്ലോ. ഇനി അടുത്തൊരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. If magnitude of sum of two vectors is equal to magnitude of difference of two vectors, what will be the angle between the vectors? So what is magnitude of A plus B? Now before that, resultant vector equation is what? Resultant vector equation R is equal to what? Root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. It's equation, standard equation. If A vector and B vector are in same direction, then what happens? This is A vector, this is B vector. They are in the same direction. So theta equal to what? 0 degree. Cos 0 is equal to what? 1. So R equal to what? Root of A square plus B square plus 2AB into cos 0. Cos 0 is what? 1. So R equal to what? Root of A square plus B square plus 2AB, which is what? R equal to root of A plus B the whole square, which is what? R equal to A plus B. So if vectors are in same direction, simply add them. If A vector is in this direction and B vector is in the opposite direction, so what will be the theta? Theta will be 180 degree. Cos 180 will be what? Minus 1. So R equal to what? Root of A square plus B square plus 2AB into minus 1. Because cos 180 minus 1. So R equal to root of A square plus B square minus 2AB. So R equal to what? Root of A minus B the whole square, which is what? R equal to A minus B. Resultant vector is what? R equal to A minus B. മനസ്സിലായോ? Now, if this is A vector and this is B vector, so what is the angle between A vector and B vector? 90 degree. Cos 90 is what? 0. So R equal to what? Root of A square plus B square plus 2AB into cos 90. Cos 90 is what? 0. So R equal to what? Root of A square plus B square. R equal to what? Root of A square plus B square. Any doubts? R equal to root of A square plus B square. Any doubt? Doubt na? 3 കേസുകൾ നോട്ട് ചെയ്യോ? മാഷ് ചെയ്തതിൽ വല്ല ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? നോട്ട് ചെയ്താ? നോട്ട് ചെയ്താ? നോട്ട് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാ ഇനി നമ്മൾ ആ പ്രീവിയസ് പ്രോബ്ലത്തിലോട്ട് മടങ്ങി വരണ്ട. മാഗ്നിറ്റ്യൂഡ് ഓഫ് സം ഓഫ് ടു വെക്ടേഴ്സ് ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു മാഗ്നിറ്റ്യൂഡ് ഓഫ് ഡിഫറൻസ് ഓഫ് വെക്ടേഴ്സ് ആണ്. അപ്പൊ മാഗ്നിറ്റ്യൂഡ് ഓഫ് എ പ്ലസ് ബി ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു എന്താ? മാഗ്നിറ്റ്യൂഡ് ഓഫ് എ മൈനസ് ബി എന്ന് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിൽ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. ബട്ട് വി നോ ദാറ്റ് വാട്ട് ഈസ് മാഗ്നിറ്റ്യൂഡ് ഓഫ് എ പ്ലസ് ബി? റൂട്ട് ഓഫ് എ സ്ക്വയർ പ്ലസ് ബി സ്ക്വയർ പ്ലസ് 2ab cos theta. And magnitude of a minus b is what? Root of a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta. ഇത് രണ്ടും ഈക്വൽ ആണെന്ന് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിൽ തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോ ഒരു കാര്യം ചെയ്യാം, ഇതിനെ സ്ക്വയർ ചെയ്താൽ, ലെറ്റ് ദിസ് ബി ഇക്വേഷൻ 1. On squaring equation 1 we get a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta is equal to what? A square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta. ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? അതിൽ എ സ്ക്വയർ ക്യാൻസൽ ചെയ്തു, ബി സ്ക്വയർ ക്യാൻസൽ ചെയ്തു, 2ab cos theta plus 2ab cos theta is equal to എത്രയാ? 0 ആണ്. അപ്പൊ ആൻസർ എത്രയാ? 4ab cos theta is equal to 0 ആണ്. അപ്പൊ cos theta is equal to എന്താ? 0/4ab ആ. 0/anything is equal to 0 ആണ്. അപ്പൊ cos theta equal to എത്രയാ? 0 ആണ്. അപ്പൊ theta is equal to എത്രയാ? 90 ഡിഗ്രി. മനസ്സിലായോ? അപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് എന്താ മനസ്സിലായേ? Magnitude of sum of two vectors is equal to magnitude of difference of two vectors. What will be the angle between the vectors? 90 degree. മനസ്സിലായോ? ക്ലിയർ ആയോ? അതിൽ ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? മനസ്സിലായോ? അത് നോട്ട് ചെയ്യട്ടോ. നോട്ട് ചെയ്യൂ. കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടാവുന്ന ഇരിക്കണം. കഴിഞ്ഞ വേഗം എഴുതൂ, വേഗം കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആക്കൂ. ഇതൊക്കെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് പ്രോബ്ലംസ് ആണ് കേട്ടോ. എപ്പോഴും റിപ്പീറ്റഡ് ആയിട്ട് ബോർഡ് എക്സാമുകൾക്ക് കാണുന്നതാണ്. ഓണപരീക്ഷയ്ക്കൊക്കെ എക്സ്പെക്ട് ചെയ്യാവുന്നതാണ് ഈ പ്രോബ്ലം. അടുത്ത ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. Two forces whose magnitudes are in the ratio 3:5 give a resultant of 35 Newton. 35 Newton. If the angle of inclination is 60 degree, angle of inclination is 60 degree, calculate magnitude of each force. Calculate magnitude of each force. So two forces are in the ratio 3:5. So let first force P is equal to 3x Newton. Then second force Q is equal to what? 5x Newton. Okay, so what is the ratio P by Q? What is that? 3x by 5x is equal to what? 3 by 5 or 3:5. Any doubt? Now what will be the resultant? R is equal to what? Root of, here it is P and Q, so P square plus 2Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So R equal to what? Root of 3 square plus 5 square plus 2 into 3 into 5 into cos, what is the angle between them? 60. So if you solve that, 3x into 5x into 2x into 3x into 5x. I forgot to write 3x. So what will be the ratio? R equal to root of, what is 3x square? 9x square. What is 5x square? 25x square. Then 2 into 3x into 5x is what? 15x square. Into 2 is what? 30x square. Cos 60 is what? 1 by 2. So R equal to root of 9x square plus it becomes what? 15. So 25 plus 9, 44 plus 15 is what? 15 is what? 25 plus 9, 34. 34 plus 15 is what? 49x square. So R square equal to what? 40 root goes, so 49x square. R square is equal to what? 49x square. No, that is not required. R equal to what? Root to 49. So R equal to what? 7x. R equal to what? 7x. Resultant is given what? Given. Resultant is given. I didn't know that. Given resultant was given as 35. So 35 is equal to what? 7x. So x equal to what? 35 by 7. So x equal to what? 5. So what is P? 3x. That is 3 into 5. P is equal to what? 15 Newton. What is Q? 5x. So 5 into 5, 25 Newton. Doubt ഉണ്ടോ? മക്കളെ ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? സ്റ്റെപ്പിൽ ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? ഞാൻ ആ റിസൾട്ടന്റ് തന്ന കാര്യം അറിഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല. ലാസ്റ്റാണ് കണ്ട റിസൾട്ടന്റ് തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. നോട്ട് ചെയ്യാട്ടാ, നോട്ട് ചെയ്യുക. കുറെ എടുക്കാണ്ട്, പ്രൊജക്റ്റിൽ എടുക്കണം. Idea? Noted. Okay. Now let me take the most important topic, that is projectile motion. It's very important. It's a sure question. Projectile motion is the most important topic of +1 physics. Let me tell you, the most important topic of +1 physics is projectile motion. It's a 100% sure question. Let's see projectile motion. Projectile, this definition is also very important. Projectile is the name given to any body which once thrown into space moves thereafter under the influence of gravity alone without being propelled by an engine or fuel. What is projectile? It is the name given to any body which once thrown into space. ഒരിക്കൽ സ്പേസിലോട്ട് എറിഞ്ഞാൽ ഗ്രാവിറ്റിയുടെ ഇൻഫ്ലുവൻസിൽ മാത്രമേ മൂവ് ചെയ്യുള്ളൂ, വിത്തൗട്ട് ബീയിങ് പ്രൊപ്പൽഡ് ബൈ എഞ്ചിൻ ഓർ ഫ്യൂവൽ. അതിന്റെ എക്സാമ്പിൾസ് ഓഫ് പ്രൊജക്ടൈൽ മോഷൻ. നമുക്ക് നോക്കാം എക്സാമ്പിൾ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ്. ഫസ്റ്റ് വൺ, an object dropped from an aeroplane. So what happens when an object dropped from an aeroplane? See, when an object dropped from an aeroplane, it drops like this. അല്ലേ, ഒബ്ജക്റ്റ് ഇങ്ങനെ താഴ്ത്തിക്ക് വീഴില്ലേ? No, this is wrong. Object drops follows a parabolic path, because plane will be going in this direction. The food packet, if the object is food packet, that food packet also have the same horizontal velocity. So when the food packet is dropped, it will follow what path? A parabolic path. Second one, a bullet fired from a rifle. And the third one, a stone thrown horizontally from top of a building. A stone horizontally from top of a building. Fourth question, a jet of water coming from side hole of a vessel. Vessel or pipe. Suppose there is a pipe and I make a hole here. So what happens? The water will follow what path? Parabolic path. So these all are examples of projectile motion. Makkale, this is very important. Projectile motion definition example very important. പഠിക്കൂ. നോട്ട് ചെയ്യട്ടോ, പ്രൊജക്ടൈൽ മോഷൻ വളരെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആണ്. കഴിഞ്ഞ നോട്ട് ചെയ്താ പ്രൊജക്ടൈൽ മോഷൻ എന്താന്ന് നോട്ട് ചെയ്താ, ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആണ്. നോട്ട് ചെയ്താ? ഓക്കെ, നെക്സ്റ്റ് ഇതിന്റെ ഫിഗർ ഓഫ് പ്രൊജക്ടൈൽ മോഷൻ. സി is the figure of projectile motion, x-axis, y-axis. This is the initial velocity u. It can be divided into two components. This is u cos theta. This is what? U sin theta. At any later time, suppose velocity v makes an angle beta with the horizontal, then this is vx, this is vy. What is vx? Horizontal component. What is vy? Vertical component. Okay. So why it is v and here it is u? Initial velocity represented by u and the velocity after time t is represented by v. Now the explanation of this figure: projectile fired at an angle theta with the horizontal. Suppose a body is projected with the initial velocity u, making an angle theta with the horizontal. Initial velocity u is making an angle theta with the horizontal. Sorry, I forgot to show that angle. Initial velocity u making an angle theta with the horizontal. Initial velocity u making an angle theta with the horizontal. ഒന്ന് ചെയ്താ കഴിഞ്ഞ നോട്ട് ചെയ്യട്ടാ. This is how it is written as u cos theta and u sin theta. That I have explained before. Every vector can be solved into two rectangular components, cos component and sin component. That we have explained before. Any doubt? All of you noted? Done? Kanya, note it in yes. No, the others. Please draw it fast. It's a very important topic. Now, let's see. The velocity u has two rectangular components. Velocity u has two rectangular components. First one, u cos theta, that is horizontal component. The horizontal component u cos theta, remains constant throughout the motion. Next, u sin theta, that is the vertical component. The vertical component u sin theta will be maximum initially. And decreases as time increases. It becomes zero. It means u sin theta becomes zero at the highest point. Then again increases in the opposite direction. Opposite direction till the projectile hits the ground. Under the combined action of above two components. Under the combined action of above two components, the path followed by projectile will be a parabolic path. projectile will be a parabolic path, which is a very important point. A parabolic path. What is the path followed by projectile? Parabolic path. So which component remains constant throughout the motion? Horizontal component u cos theta. Which component varies with the time? Vertical component u sin theta. That is initially maximum. Then it decreases and it becomes 0 at the highest point. Then again increases in the opposite direction. Note ചെയ്യാട്ടോ, വളരെ important ആണ്. It's a very important. And today's class is over. Once you finish noting it down, today's class is over. Note. ഞാൻ പ്ലേ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്.